Hey, how are you? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing?
Hey, how are you?
So here we are at another property along the Allegheny River, continuing the video series of me looking for my dream land on the Allegheny River. This property is super duper awesome. It's got direct access to the river. There's nice frontage property and nice rearage property going back up that way. This is the most expensive property of the 6 or 7 that I've looked at. I don't think they're going to budge on the price at all. I really don't think I can afford it, but if I can maybe finagle my way into some kind of weaselly, lowball-ish kind of weird offer, I probably can't afford it, but needed to come put eyes on it, and I think I'm gonna make an offer on it. Even if they don't accept it, at least I know I tried. Let's check it out. So the property itself is about 2 acres. Starts right at this tree line and goes all the way down to the river. And then I think it goes, there's an orange stake right here between those two, so I think it goes straight back up along this brush line. That makes sense. I parked right there. So straight up along this brush line, we'll go check that out in a bit. But from this orange marker, I'm assuming down to, yeah, there's another orange marker right there at the corner of this brush line. So nice amount of frontage. Pavilion here, which I'm a huge fan of, with the countertop bar. Can cook there, eat there, drink your morning coffee there. Well, there's a fan in here too, which is nice. Power running to it, which I just now noticed. That wasn't in the ad. This is super duper cool. Yeah, this is super awesome. I can see why the price is so high, because it's absolutely amazing. Then you've got all this land down here, nice and open, just grass to be cut right up to the river's edge. I love all this stone and how it's raised and whatnot. Got the nice little fire pit area. I love these big stones as kind of like tabletops. And then kind of the seating area and whatnot, fire pit area. This is kind of not finished, but I could definitely foresee a lot of potential. I mean, yeah, this is super awesome over here. So there is a public boat ramp about 1/4 mile upstream. So I'd literally drop the boat and come right down here. I could walk to it from here, literally 1/4 mile up the road, just behind all these trees right here. Literally right where this tree is, right behind it is a public ramp. I'm assuming for this entire stretch of camps, which goes up just to that point, and the road dead ends right there. So literally this is all you have in this stretch. From this is the first camp to right there, and that's it. But I could definitely see a nice easy transition, and then we'll just kind of have to grade and gravel this a little bit, maybe just up to right here, and I could have a private ramp, or I could just never put the money or time into it and just use the public ramp that's already there. We'll check that out on the way out. Zero, what do you think? He's got room to do his thing. A couple of the properties I looked at have literally no room even for elbows, so that would not be much fun for a dog, but these acreage properties definitely are very enjoyable for him so far. I think it would be fun for him. And then here's the far corner of the property right here. So it's been surveyed recently. It's clearly staked out. So I probably wouldn't even need to put a ramp in. Just use that, save the money. Could put some kind of nice deck right here and then have a tie off so I could tie the boat to the deck. Literally maybe just throw a gravel walkway or something. Just in the springtime or summertime, find the best spot to park the boat down here. One thing I am concerned about here, and it's even more of a concern in person, seeing how low the land lays to the water. I've seen this river flood, like the 100-year flood. I've seen it do that several times over the past decade. Obviously, I don't own any property here, so I've never experienced the damage, but the water will rise. This is not high water right now. It's a little high because there's been rain and snow, but this is not even like the seasonal average right now. I could show you several signs right now of high water marks, and you know, the 100-year flood probably does come up a significant portion on this property. Let me show you. You can see right here, it's almost like a straight line and goes this way too. The river has been that high recently. All the brush is gone and matted down. It's all wet and muddy. So the river's been at least that high from right here to right here. Literally all up in here, you could see all this matted down brush. This is all from the water. And you could see, it looks like a straight line again, this debris line right here. So again, you could just see it. It's like very defined. We'll come along over here and you can literally see it. It's like a line of leaves and sticks and all kinds of crap. So the water's come up at least from there to here. This bank is not very high and not very steep. This land is also pretty flat up in here until about there where it starts to tick up. So once the water breaches right here, it doesn't take much more water volume for it to probably fill in all of this. There's a lot of debris kind of all bushwhacked up in here. I could definitely see the water. You know, there's definitely a water line right here. You can see it. It hasn't been hit in a few years, but it's definitely there. Definitely a little bit of a concern, something to keep in mind. And then up over here goes all the way back to these buildings up here. It's just a little shed, and I believe it's an outhouse, or was an outhouse. There was an outhouse in the photos. It might be somewhere else, but I think the property in total is like 1.5 acres, maybe close to 2 acres. I've looked at so many properties and have so much on the brain, I forget, but it's at least 1.5 acres if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, this is all Pennsylvania owned land beyond this. So nice gravel driveway, not steep or anything. So pulling a truck or boat or RV or anything in here would not be much trouble. We've got power run to that building, which you saw. There's power run to right here as well, which is nice. And then there was an RV on the property in the photos and real estate listing, and it was parked right here. I was wondering if that came with the property, but obviously it's gone. But there is a well right here, and there is power right here, which is super nice. Then the property markers all clearly defined right there at the edge of this building. So looks like that's the back of the property. Ow. Okay, well, the well hurts. Ow, that really hurt. I pinched my finger pretty bad. Ow. 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 Old picnic table. I wonder if this canoe comes with it. This thing's in pretty good shape. Definitely not rotting or falling down. It's built off the ground, which is nice. I wonder if there's anything. Is it open? Oh, this is the outhouse. Okay, well, that's kind of nice to know. And then this is a shed. See what's in here. Not breaking or entering. This is all on camera. Okay, just like a lawnmower and random crap. Just stuff. It's a pretty big shed though. Pretty big shed. Definitely more than enough for all of that. Yeah, I really, really like this a lot. And then yeah, the property markers right here. So I have enough to store some firewood back here or do something. Here's an okay, so this is right here, but this is old. This was obviously surveyed recently because these are both right here. So assuming, you know, that's about where these were. There's another one right here. So we'll put those back. So yeah, that's relatively in line with this brush line all the way down there. And then the lot is very well defined, which I like. Survey was very recent, so I wouldn't even argue with where things are placed. But yeah, you got straight down along that, and then straight down over here. Perfect place to put a container or a camper in the meantime. Plenty of place to build another, like a little boat house or something. You know, could tear both of these down and build a covered garage, something, or, you know, the garage with the living space above it. I see a lot of potential here, a lot of potential. It's really making my wheels spin because the price is a little high for what I can afford. I probably can't afford it, to be honest with you. And my realtor said ahead of time that they've had several other offers and have not budged from their asking price, which, looking at it, I understand. It's absolutely beautiful. I mean, but I could just see nice big covered garage style building. Park the boat in there, park the side-by-side or quad in there, lawnmower, all that stuff. And then, you know, like living quarters above it, or, you know, split it so it's like half garage, then walled, and then cabin or something. And put a camper in the meantime. Or what I've been looking at are modular log cabins or container homes that are obviously modular too. You can just kind of build them any way you want, or build them now and add on to them later. Honestly, I didn't even think it was worth stopping here, and now I'm super, super intrigued. This is my favorite one so far, and I really, really would like to call this my own. I mean, even just camping here until I can afford to or decide what to put on it. The river's literally right there. I own on the other side of the road if it's mine. I mean, look at the trucks there. I got all this room back here. This is, I think it's 1.5 acres, but it's probably closer to 2 acres. I got to check the listing. I don't know what he was using all this for, but there's a lot of junk and stuff that kind of clears into here. You got the big bend in the river, the mountain view, mountain across the way, nothing to the north. I just don't think I can afford it though. And if other people have already made offers and the seller won't budge, I'm assuming they came in higher price than I probably would, which kind of breaks my heart a little bit, because this is the dream right here. I thought those wooded 6 acres were the dream, but this has everything, including direct boat ramp access to the river. If I signed the papers tomorrow, I could come here tomorrow, drop in my boat, fish, camp. I already have a toilet. I have power. Yeah, this is absolutely beautiful. I honestly really, really, really would like to call this home. I just think it's a little bit beyond my means at the moment, which kind of sucks. Take one last look at the river. I really, really want this. I think I'm gonna make an offer and just hope they accept it. If I'm cash strapped for years, I can be cash strapped and broke and sleep in a tent up here, and I won't be mad about it. In 10 or 15 or 20 years, I'm not gonna regret it. The big bend all the way up there. Big bend right there. I mean, just the mountain view. And then some kind of creek or streams obviously flowing in right there. I think it's a stream we fish, a stocked stream with also natural fish that we've fly fished several times. Uncle Canada would know which one I'm talking about, but some big body of water definitely flows in right there, and I'm pretty sure it's the body of water that we've fly fished, and a lot of its tributaries we fish too. But yeah, just mountain views. It's literally absolutely beautiful. I'm gonna make an offer on this place. I'm gonna go look at one more property today, and then go home and let my realtor know about the 6 acres, which I have a standing offer on. And then this place I'm gonna make an offer on. Probably a little more than I'm comfortable with, but to let something like this go is foolish in my opinion. I'm kind of sad. I'm kind of sad and a little melancholy, I guess, because I know this is exactly what I want. There's nothing missing. It's got power. It's on the water. It's got structures and use already. It's been well maintained. It checks all the boxes. It's a 10 out of 10, except the price, which you can't count the price as a, earmark. I hope you guys are enjoying this video series. I'm sporadically putting in these property tours. My dream and goal in life for the past, long time, 10 years or so. I've been coming up here for 15 years, but for the last 10, I decided I'd like to have my own. And I'm now finally in a position where I can make something happen. This might be at the upper echelon, and this isn't even like a mansion or some kind of crazy log cabin on the river, but I don't need much. Little slice of pie that I can call my own, and I'm more than content. And this is above and beyond. I just really have fun documenting the process of looking at these places, seeing what's really cool, seeing what I like, ideas I have, seeing what I don't like, seeing things that I do not want any part of, the potential in places. I think it'll be a really cool process to look back on in a few months or several years whenever I finally find that dream property and I can call it my own. Once we find that property, it's a whole new series of videos starting up. It'll be a content machine. Really nothing left to see at this property. I got a few more to look at. That's why I'm making these videos, so you can feel like part of the process, and eventually it will be a dream come true. ZZ, you ready to go? We got one more stop today. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for the support. I really appreciate it. It's just more lore. I'm an outdoor channel. This is outdoor stuff. Thank you all so much. Hope you're doing well. Much love to all of you, and we will see you on the next one.